Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys don't know the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video, now this is going to be pretty short, not too crazy long, but you're going to be seeing some LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens gameplay. I think me and Takodana, that hub, so enjoy that. But yeah, so with this game, right, we've had ups and downs, we've had plenty of things, but none of this is going to be new news. It's going to be more of a recap of news that we've had for a while, because every few days or a week there'd be a little bit of baby news here or there, and I don't think I need to do a video on that little small news because I'm going to kind of cover it again in today's video. But again, we are slowly approaching basically the end of July and into August. Like the next day, which is pretty freaking crazy. And I believe August 27th is Gamescom. Now, WB Games, TT Games, they are not confirmed to be at Gamescom. However, don't freak out, because last year, remember, about more than 11 months, almost 12 months now, since we got the last LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news, which of course was the gameplay trailer at Gamescom, they announced they were going to be there about a few days before. So again, just because they haven't done it now, I'm pretty sure they are. Now, again, don't go into Gamescom going, oh, we're going to get news, because if we don't, it's going to happen, right? We're going to be disappointed, we're going to throw shade, and rightfully so. I mean, it's been almost a freaking year since we've had any news on this game. That's horrible. But if you do want to see any more news, even further, if you want me to cover LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, hopefully play it when it comes out, again, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. But anyway, moving forward, I do think that a little bit of this news that we have is pretty cool. So there have been, kind of these rumors and speculations that, maybe the game's getting closer to coming out, right? Because on the Steam page, you probably heard about it. Steam is, of course, where you buy your PC games and all that, and digitally, of course. And basically on that, they had a updated picture from the entire box art cover of all three trilogies to just big old Darth Vader, big old Lego Darth Vader's face. So people are like, oh, maybe that means they're getting closer to the game. And then, of course, they updated it again, and they updated the languages. So now it's not just English, it's like Spanish and Japanese or whatever the hell it is. And basically that leads people going, oh, okay, well, I guess we're closer. Now, look, this is a good hint that we're getting closer to news, right? Because, why would they start updating shite if they're not going to give us any news? That makes no sense. Because then they would have, updated the stuff when they first started in 2018, 2017, whatever. So I do think that, honestly, we could be getting something at Gamescom because of this. It is not confirmed. Just my, my wishful thinking. And then we've also had a few, developers leaving, and a few of the devs that, some of the devs are good, some of them are assholes, and they're like, working on Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker gave me PTSD, and look, they're joking, of course, they're not going to get war flashbacks from making a LEGO game, but, China virus, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, the pandemic, that really had a big, big oopsie with the development, because they had to work from home now and all that stuff. So also, because of The Rise of Skywalker coming out in December 2019, they couldn't actually view the movie, so they had to make content on the movie without seeing the movie. Then, of course, after they saw it, they kind of had to do a lot of crunch time before COVID and all that. So I do think, me, The Rise of Skywalker is pretty much, in my opinion, a perfect film. All Star Wars is good. I have some issues with the prequels, but for the most part, the sequels are flawless films. And, so people being smartasses and be like, oh, the movie's so bad. No, that's not why. It's just, I just told you why. And then we also had this little bit of a news where, some of the game guys, game developers and insider guys are like, oh, we're getting news. And they're like, oh, we're not getting news. And, all that crap, whatever. We've also had some recent information that TT Games is hiring again to make a massive IP, so that could mean Star Wars again, it could be Marvel, DC, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, whatever. It could be any major IP that they've done before or that they haven't done. I want Tintin. But, they did say that, on this big, I guess, hiring website on Twitter and on LinkedIn and all these things are like, oh, we're looking for people, big old IP, so again, that could be whatever, and then, of course, they're also looking for a bunch of different things regarding online play, because apparently the next LEGO game might be online. They're, I don't think entirely online, it's probably still going to be, solo offline, and then if you want to, you can play online, kind of like LEGO Worlds, and I think the Complete Saga, but within that, you kind of have this area where it's kind of strange because they're not saying it's online, but their wording for their people that they need, the coders and all that, are literally about online. It's about different online. I don't play online, but different online terms that I did recognize, like skill-based matchmaking was one, I think, for like Lego fights, and some kind of other thing with different fighting techniques and fun IP things with the different servers and all this, the AI boss fight and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool. I don't know if Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is going to have any online. Again, they haven't, we haven't had news in a while, so I can't tell you. But hopefully this new Lego game, again, big IP, possible online play, be pretty freaking cool. So again, they're working on that already. So again, that plus the Steam update is kind of telling you maybe we're getting closer to news, Me personally, I'm expecting either a December release for this year or a spring-summer release date for 2022. I don't want that to happen. But it is what it is, it blows my mind continually because I guess you can kind of excuse the lack of marketing now because again the game's not ready to come out, but there's a difference between marketing a game and communicating with a game. Marketing would be trailers and it's coming out this date, and look, we don't have a freaking release date, so what do you want me to do? But communicating with us fans, that is something TT Games needs to really get their head around and start figuring it out real quick. Because I've talked to people on Twitter, even on here on YouTube. You guys, some people have contacted me. They're like, "Hey, franchise, I'm done. Like, I'm freaking done. I got rid of the game. I didn't pre-order anymore. I canceled my pre-order. It's all over. Screw them. F them. They took too long." And I agree with that. I didn't even pre-order. Normally, I pre-order Lego games the first day they're announced. But, because of these morons in charge, I didn't, And it's horrible. It's been horrible since day one practically. The communication's god-awful. And look, EA isn't the greatest either with Battlefront 2. Kind of was a shitey start. Now, look, I play Battlefront 2 offline only, offline bots. So I don't have a problem with it. Excuse me, I don't have a problem with it. But basically, the whole reason with that is a lot of people were like, "Oh, Battlefront 2 is really bad, but Jedi Fallen Order is great," So EA does make some iffy things, but EA recently had EA Play, which was kind of like, basically about Battlefield 2047. F that game and all that other stuff. And basically, EA tweeted like a few days before the event. They said, "Look, if anyone wants anything Star Wars, Battlefront 3, Jedi Fallen Order 2, whatever it is, we are not going to have any news on anything Star Wars at EA Play. Sorry, we'll see you in 2022. Now, a lot of people were effing mad. They're like, "This is stupid. Screw you, EA." But then we got to thinking, and people were like, "Wait a minute. EA did something. They confirmed something. They communicated with us. Yes, there's no news at EA Play for anything Star Wars related from EA, but they told us ahead of time and they communicated." That's what TT Games needs to do. Not just for Gamescom, which is coming up again in August, but everything. All the million effing events that happen. LegoCon. I can't even freaking name them all. There's so many. They're so bad. But that's what we needed. We needed TT Games to tweet and just say, "Look, we're not going to be there." If they're really not going to be at Gamescom, if they're going to really, really say F you to the fans and not be at Gamescom, tell us ahead of time so that we're not watching Gamescom, expecting you guys, and then getting mad like every other thing. Look, it's like a freaking butterfly effect. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's just we're constantly expecting news at this event. It never happens. We get mad, community backlash, developers freak out and act like little babies. That's what happens. And probably a few of them left because of that. And we don't know why they left particularly, and in any reason. But I do think that maybe look, I've talked to a few of them on Twitter, and some of them are pretty snowflakey. I'll say. Well, they're kind of like that. They just gonna, "Oh my God, yeah, I can't handle criticism." That's how they get, and they kind of freak out. Not all of them, but some of them are a little bit weird. So maybe that's why they left. Who knows? But hey, if they're gonna leave because they want to leave, power to them. But again, I just want to kind of mention that yes, the Steam page got updated. We had Gamescom. Don't expect news unless something gets confirmed. But, we have all these different kind of sayings. We already have a new Lego game being worked on, right? This apparently online Lego game for a major IP. So, again, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is kind of close to getting done, I would imagine. I'm expecting, like I said, a winter 2021 or a spring-summer 2022 release date. But the point of the message is, look, we're getting closer to something. I know that. We are. But I don't know when, I don't know where, and I don't know how. But I do know that TT Games needs to up not only their marketing game, but more importantly, their communication. If you're not going to be at Gamescom, tell us. If you're not going to do something, tell us. If the game is in development hell and someone blew up the effing game code, Tell us. So even if it's bad news, it's still news. Leaving us in the dark for almost a year now is not the way to promote your video game, because you're making everyone mad. It's common sense. It's been going on since the beginning of this game, and I won't be surprised if this game gets some jacked up, you know, sales. I won't be surprised, because they've been communicating and handling this game like it doesn't even exist. I mean, people are really being serious. They're like, oh, does this game even exist? So anyway, it's a huge mess. We have some news getting possibly something soon. Who knows? But again, if you want more Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga news and just kind of communication type videos like this, make sure to leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you very much. Whenever we get news, I will be covering it. So again, make sure to stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe bell and the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified whenever we upload. And yeah, I can't wait for this game, but we need to get going here, guys. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.